Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this in one go, so if I stumble over my words going forwards, I apologise about that. And indeed, if the quality of this video is fairly poor, if there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it cannot be helped, and hopefully it is not too much of an issue for you. This is yet another Junior Eurovision 2021 related video here on my channel. We know the running order now for this weekend's show. It is taking place this Sunday as I'm recording this video. We know the running order. The first rehearsals have all been completed within the past 2 days, and what I'm going to do in this video is tell you my thoughts, my very brief thoughts on the running order, my thoughts on the first rehearsals, of which short snippets have been uploaded onto the official Junior Eurovision Song Contest YouTube page over the past 48 hours or so. And I'm also going to give you my prediction for the results. That prediction will come at the end of this video. I should say that it is not strictly final. It might change ever so slightly over the next day or two based on the second rehearsals that are coming very soon. But in all honesty, I'd be surprised if it changed quite drastically at all. My personal ranking of this year's Junior Eurovision tracks has also not changed yet, so I don't think there's much point in even mentioning it. You can check out my last Junior Eurovision related video if you are at all interested in my current ranking of the songs. If anything, it will change during and after Sunday's live show, which I intend to watch online. I have every intention of perhaps filming my live reaction to the public half of the results as well. I might not be able to do it. I might be able to do it. I don't really know yet. I suppose it's just a case of waiting and seeing if it's at all possible. Anyway, I'm already starting to ramble. The running order was determined a day or two ago. Germany, France and Portugal, they were decided at random. So Germany will open the show again. Portugal will close it, not the greatest show closer that it could have been. And France, as the host nation, they'll be 13th, which is not too bad at all. All of the other countries were decided, their place in the running order was decided by the producers of the show. Anyway, just going through the running order very briefly. Germany opens. Okay, it's fairly uplifting, a decent way to get things going. Georgia, Song 2, and then Poland, one of the big favourites this year, Song 3. Is that damaging? I don't really know. I don't think the running order matters too much in Junior Eurovision compared to the grown-up contest. And even in the grown-up contest, it shouldn't matter that much, and yet it does play a bit of a part, doesn't it, every single year. Poland, I think, you've got to be looking at a massive public score, irrespective of where they are in the running order. Malta 4th, fine. Then we have Italy, another favourite, 5th in the running order. Now, I do think Italy's chances are starting to fade just a little bit, although I do think Italy had the best first rehearsal of any country. My personal opinion. Bulgaria 6th, and then Russia. Bulgaria a little bit screwed over here, but that song is not expected to do terribly well anyway. Russia, Song 7, in the rehearsal today. Tanya did not sing live. I think she's going through a bit of an illness at the moment. Hopefully that's all fixed by the weekend. So it was the sort of playback version that we heard. Still an okay rehearsal though. Russia likely to do very well, but maybe not win. I think the momentum is with a few other countries now. Ireland, Song 8, and then Armenia, Song 9. Interesting that the favourite to win is on sort of in the first half of proceedings. Ireland, again, not expected to do terribly well. In between Russia and Armenia, I think Mayu's chances of doing very well at all are very slim now, if they weren't already slim anyway. Malena, Kami Kami is just great. I've said this before, it is my personal winner at this moment in time. It's a lot of people's personal winner. I've seen a few people online over the past couple of hours say that the rehearsal was disappointing, that they wanted a bit more movement, a bit more action. I sort of agree with that. I'll be talking about the rehearsals in just a moment. But I still think Armenia is in with an absolutely brilliant chance of winning again. But something tells me that one or two countries might absolutely just secure a much larger amount of points in the public half of the results. For example, Poland. Poland might get 130, Armenia might get 75. That's quite a difference, and it could be all the difference it needs to be for Poland to win over Armenia, if you see what I mean. I'm rambling, let's move on. Kazakhstan Song 10. Yeah, I can't see this doing very well at all. I've got to be honest with you. I've seen some people online say there might be a fair amount of sympathy votes. Let me know your thoughts on that. Albania Song 11, I thought that was a great rehearsal. Very impressive. Ukraine 12th, also very good. They'll do well. France 13th, we know about. Great rehearsal for them. Azerbaijan, another great rehearsal right there. Netherlands Song 15, I think is going to be forgotten about. We have quite a few big hitters, and then the Netherlands is there, Spain's afterwards, and that's much more up-tempo, a little bit more vibrant, more colourful. Ayana for the Netherlands, Song 15, I just think that's going to get swallowed up, if you see what I mean. Can't see a huge amount of love for the Dutch this year in JESC. Serbia, Song 17, fair enough. North Macedonia in a great position here, Song 18. That would have been a much better show closer, but instead it is Portugal. Portugal's song is lovely, traditional, but I'm not sure being on last is really going to make too much of an impact on Simão Oliveira's overall result. So anyway, that's the running order. Now, my predictions coming up at the end of this video. What I have here is a video that's been uploaded by ESC Silver, and this is just their ranking of the rehearsals, okay? So I'm going to go through this in order, bottom to top, give you my thoughts on what we see. I've also got the Junior Eurovision live blogs from today and yesterday, and I think I'll read out the comments that are on the website rather than just rambling like I usually do to you on video. So here we go. A lot of people really loving Poland, a lot of people really loving North Macedonia as well. But I'll be honest and give you my complete thoughts on the rehearsals. The first rehearsals, which are pretty much all from one angle. The second rehearsals, if we see a clip online, you know, that'll be as it will be on the night, you know, a little sneak preview. So, Kazakhstan is there, number 19. Now what we have here is not a whole lot of movement. Alinur and Beknur, Fairy World. Now I know the guy is in his sort of wheelchair, but the other chap, he's just sort of standing there, and that's okay because it is a sort of low-key track. There doesn't need to be a whole lot of stuff happening around them. They don't need to really be doing much either. It's more a song about the vocals. We've got this sort of underwater scene. I think that's a jellyfish of some kind on the backdrop there. The stage looks great. On the stage floor we've got this Eiffel Tower shape as well, which isn't too bad. Lights around the back as well. Kazakhstan rehearsed today, I think it was. Yeah, I'm just going to find it here. What? Yes, here we are. The staging, this is what it says on the website. The staging is elegant and reflects the magical subject matter of the song beautifully. There's even a surprise or two at the end. Well, I don't really know what that surprise is going to be. They're both wearing sort of somewhat futuristic, sort of superhero sci-fi outfits in silver and purple. I'm not too sure about that. The guy who's standing up is wearing grey boots, whilst the other chap is in his socks. I mean, it's a lovely, tender track, but it's just not impactful enough to really leave much of an impression. Even for a low-key song, it just leaves you wanting more, and it all falls a bit flat in my personal opinion. So that's Kazakhstan. Likely to do a bit better with the juries than the public, I would say, this time around. But let me know what you think. I should say as well, links in the description as always to my other social media pages. Yeah, vocals quite nice though. Then we have Ireland. Now Ireland I thought was a little bit messy, but then again the song is fairly messy as well. Mayu Levi Lawler with Saur Disappear. It says here, every light in the venue is flashing and strobing, with the video wall filling with colour as the song progresses. We also seem to have, you know, images of a house. I'm not sure if that's an actual prop or not, but we've got an image of a house in this picture and birds flying around. And then in the video clip, yeah, lots of colour. It's a bit strange because in this short clip, the stage floor is very vibrant, but the backdrop slightly less so. Then again, we can't see the whole thing. He's in a white outfit and a black jacket. The vocals could be a little bit better. He's got quite a deep voice. I've said this before for somebody of his age. So it gives it a sort of unique tone. It's not bad, but it's not brilliant. And I do think Ireland will really struggle this year, which is a shame. Yeah, I think it's part prop, part backdrop. There's a clock as well. I think it's supposed to be a school, similar to the music video. But there we are. Sorry, that's Ireland. Bulgaria's next. Now, Denislava and Martin, I actually thought this was staged really beautifully. We've got sort of stars on the backdrop. We've got curtains, it looks like, dangling from the ceiling. There also seems to be a tent on stage, a white tent. They're in white outfits. Their harmonies are quite nice. Can't really fault the vocals too much. But again, I just wonder if this stands out quite enough from the field. Certainly, I haven't seen too many people say that this is going to push for the win. I haven't seen anybody really say that this is even going to finish in the top 10. Oh, actually, I haven't seen this photo before, where their silhouettes are on the front of the tent. That's quite nice. It says here, the performance contains some innovative shadow work, which we won't spoil too much. Yeah, she's in a white dress, he's in a white shirt. It's going to be very, like Kazakhstan, it's going to be very tender, very sweet, very age-appropriate, I guess. This shadow work interests me. That might elevate it quite a lot, and maybe in the second rehearsal clip, which hopefully we'll get to see soon, we will get to see some of that shadow work in action. Saying that, the song still is pretty bang average, isn't it? So I'm not sure this is going to get a whole lot of love. Yeah. Next is Portugal. Now, Portugal is pure class, very different from everything else this year, very traditional. It's O Rapaz by Simão Oliveira. It's closing the show. He's in a sort of brown suit-like jacket, black trousers, a flat cap. Again, we have a sort of starry background. He was the first person to rehearse. It says here, he has really elegant staging with atmospheric lighting and nostalgic images of a Portugal gone by, reflecting the mood of the song and, indeed, the artist. Classy ballad from the centre of the stage. Exactly. Really nice vocals, very smooth. Doesn't need to be a whole lot of movement. Maybe there is some sort of interaction with what's going on behind him at some point. I'm not entirely sure. This is exactly as we thought it was going to be. Let's be honest. I like what he's wearing. He looks fairly confident on stage. And I don't think this is remotely poor enough to be totally ignored in either the jury half of the results or the public half of the results. But I still think this is going to finish somewhere towards the bottom of the scoreboard on Sunday evening. Next is Malta. Great vocals here from the girl that is part of this duo, Ike and Kaya, with My Home. In this video clip, we have hot air balloons against a blue background, against the sky, I suppose, on the backdrop. But we also have this sort of geometric shape, which rotates and flips around in shades of black and gold. Dressed very casually, the guy is. She's in a white, rather sort of sticking out dress. What does it say about Malta? Really, really nice vocals. We expected as much because the studio version is pretty powerful. Right, where is Malta? This was yesterday, was it not? Yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, so she's sitting in a sort of basket-like chair adorned with flowers at one point. There's a cute hug at the end, very nice. It says, Kaya opens the song from a swinging ornate garden seat that we're incredibly jealous of. Ike joins her a third of the way into the song as they walk along a long road towards home. From the duetting vocals and stage presence, it's clear that these two friends have worked together for a long time. Yeah, it's a fine song, but we all know that Malta tends to do better with the juries than the public, and the same thing might happen again this Sunday. She sings really well. The rapping, I've made it clear I'm not a fan of that, but to be honest, it doesn't jar nearly as much as it did the first time I heard the song. Next is Germany, opening the show, Pauline Imagine Us. This is very colourful. She's got two dancers. She's in a sort of silver jacket. Let me see what it says here about Germany. Yeah, we've got sort of rays of purple and orange light moving about on the backdrop. We've got images of children. The two dancers are holding signs with pictures of the earth on it and a peace sign. Pauline, very casual, trainers, blue trousers, a sort of white top and a sort of throwback 80s silver jacket. It's all very cute, very sweet. Imagine Us is exactly the high energy, well polished, colourful and melodic number needed to start the party in Paris. Yeah, I really do like this song. I'm not sure if I've said it already in a previous video, but the revamp just gave this song a new lease of life. It's more uplifting, it's more optimistic, it's so catchy, the refrain has been stuck in my head. I do think Pauline's movements in this clip are a little awkward, but I'm sure she'll bring it on Sunday night. They haven't overdone it with dancers either, which is nice. Not too bad. Next is Serbia. Now, I'm really not sure about the outfits here for Jovana and Dunya. This is Children's Eyes, not one of the favourites at all. What does it say about Serbia? Here we are. Yeah. I'm guessing Jovana is the one on the left. She's wearing a sort of pink dress. Dunya is wearing a blue dress. They're both wearing berets, very French. There's also a sort of window on stage with no glass that they're sort of peeking around. Jovana and Dunya are bringing a touch of wonderland to Paris. Wearing berets, the duo explore a magical forest together while performing Ochi de Teta, Children's Eyes. Looking at these photos, actually the outfits aren't too bad. I think the berets are a nice touch. The vocals are okay. In this clip, there is a sort of mystical forest on the backdrop, toadstools, trees, one half green, one half pink. It's all very simple, but they're going to be telling a story, and I think once we see the whole thing live, it's really going to come to life. Not too bad. Now, next is France. Now, this looks really impressive. This looks like it could really push for the win, absolutely. Enzo with Tic Tac. He was the last person to rehearse. He's in a sort of gold, flashy jacket, very smart, sort of curly hair, a white outfit otherwise. He's got a couple of female dancers with him in shimmery silver dresses, although there are two guys as well, black trousers, white tops, white trainers. He's got a sort of podium behind him, which is straight out of the opening credits of Family Guy, if you've seen that show. It says here, Enzo's performance is not understated. Expect an enormous staircase, a golden jacket, plus the illusion of several dozen dancers. It's clear a lot of thought has gone into this production, and Enzo is taking it all in his stride. Yeah, he is young, but he's got bags of energy, bags of charisma. On the floor, we've got this sort of chessboard pattern. It's all very classy, you know, it's very sort of high-end, a touch of the Great Gatsby about it. The pyros, I'm not sure it's super necessary, but it's so fun, it's so catchy, it's so right for Junior Eurovision. People will be charmed by it, just wonderful. We then have the Netherlands. This is Matasuguao Ne by Ayana, where she's sort of singing about missing her family in Japan. We've got a purple colour scheme, I don't know what it is, but at Junior Eurovision and the adult competition, purple is always the colour of choice. Let me know your thoughts on that. But we have a purple scene on the backdrop, purple trees, and we've got this sort of screen behind Ayana, silhouettes being used, fans are being used. And obviously the song title is Japanese, and I think she's bringing a touch of that culture to this performance. She sings very nicely. Now, the Netherlands rehearsed it yesterday. What does it say here? Not too sure about her outfit. Gold dress, a sort of orange top half. Her dancers are barefoot. Purple dresses, not dresses, purple skirts it looks like, and blue and yellow tops, waving these sort of fans in their hand. Surrounded by pink blossom and dancers performing traditional kamigata mai or fan dancing. It's clear Ayana's Japanese heritage is a big inspiration for this moving performance. The song is about missing those close to you and wishing to fly to be with them, a theme close to the singer's heart as she has not seen her relatives in Japan for a long time because of the pandemic. Yeah, this is obviously going to be quite a touching and emotional performance. And I'm glad that we have the fan dance going on, because this song really needed something else on stage besides Ayana to really give it a little bit of momentum. And we do see them emerge from behind the screen as well. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those performances where you really do need to see the whole thing. Then we have Azerbaijan. This is great. What brilliant vocals. Sonat Azizova with One of Those Days. She's in a white dress. We've got sort of... Oh, dearie me. We've got sort of blue neon lights. Very slowly moving across the backdrop. This is just really, really nicely executed. Nothing over the top about this whatsoever. When did Azerbaijan rehearse? Was that earlier today? Or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Oh no, it was today. My memory is shocking. She's performed at festivals in Serbia and Romania recently. I really like the shade of blue that they've gone with. Excellent vocals. It doesn't really say much else. It's just really simple, really nice. Can't fault it. I don't think this is winning, but this is easily going to be Azerbaijan's best result in Junior Eurovision to date. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. Really nice, it's growing on me. And the official music video is out as well. Next up is Spain. Levi Diaz with Reír. Now remember, Spain, to date, has never finished outside the top 4 in JESC, but that might be about to change, because I think, really, this song, it's not getting a whole lot of love at the moment. It's a shame, because it's a pretty good entry. It's my number 3 of this year's competition, but other songs are just well ahead of it now. Let me see what it says here. Spain, Spain, Spain. Levi delivered a fantastic first performance of Reír on the big stage. There's a lot of movement, that's what we hoped for, and choreography to keep up with. But Levi handled the show like a pro, and has something special to share this Sunday. Interesting, is that a costume change? We wait and see. Yeah, so in the clip, purple again. He's got props on stage. I'm not entirely sure what they are. The choreography is pretty much the same as the music video. He's in jeans, it looks like. Yeah, it's a party atmosphere. Denim jacket. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. I would have liked his voice to maybe be a little bit stronger, but that's a minor quibble. Next up's Albania. This was great. This was really good. Let me know your thoughts on this, absolutely. I thought Albania's rehearsal was top-notch. They've gone for a sort of high school look. Anna Gibrea with Stand By You. Yeah, this is great. On the backdrop, we've got this sort of comic book effect. Lots of blocks with sort of doodles in them, Anna's name. On stage, there's lots of boxes, there's desks. It's sort of mirroring the music video just a bit. Vocals are okay. She's wearing a sort of sweater with the letter A on it. Yeah. Do you know what it reminds me of, looking at this picture here on the website? If you've seen Matilda the musical, when they're performing Revolting Children, with all the desks and all of the choreography, it's a great track. It reminds me a bit of that, just in terms of the way it's staged here. She's got dancers, all in white. I really like this. The song deserves a bit more love. It's sort of been brushed aside a little bit, but actually, it's really quite top-notch. And then we've got this strobe effect where loads of boxes fall to the ground. Maybe old Amazon packages, you know, the boxes have been used for this performance. But no, it looks really, really good. Then we have North Macedonia. Now, this is a huge fan favourite. Dajte Muzika with Green Forces. Obviously a really good place in the running order. Quite an urban, slightly more grown-up type track. Now, in the music video, there's more than 4 individuals, isn't there? But there's only 4 people on stage for this one. It says here, the group have taken to the stage with an energetic message of hope and environmental consciousness, told through the medium of a dance floor stomper. As with all the acts we've seen, these guys are pro, which is to be expected given that they are part of one of the most popular TV shows in North Macedonia. Yeah, there's lots of jumping up and down. They're in fairly casual outfits. 2 girls, 2 guys. Yeah, they look as though they're at home, you know, on stage here. Lots of flashing lights. Images on the backdrop of sort of environmental related things. So there's a volcano. Yeah, but there's definitely a sort of grittiness, an urban sort of hip-hop feel to this. It's very confidently executed. Could well be a very good result for them at the weekend. Next up's Georgia. Now, this song is on the rise. Niko Kajaya, one of the youngest artists this year, he might well be the youngest actually, with Let's Count the Smiles. Now, Georgia has won this competition 3 times, with, in my opinion, 3 bang-average songs. Could it happen again? I doubt it. But you never know, do you? This could just come along and surprise people. With a track like Let's Count the Smiles, an upbeat performance was always expected and viewers won't be disappointed. There'll be plenty of smiles to count in the audience, thanks to the fantastic choreography. He's really loving life. He's got patterns all over his trousers. He's wearing a light blue top and a blue jacket, which is very similar to one that I own. He's got female dancers with him. And yeah, there's a cheeky playfulness to this. And we've got sort of pastel shades as the colour scheme. Pink, blue, yellow, orange. Yeah. It's catchy. And I think it's going to look really good live. I think all of the camera angles are just going to be working really well. We're getting through it now. Number 5 here is Poland, Sarah James with Somebody. People are loving this. I'll be totally honest with you. I'm not really sure what's so amazing about this rehearsal. The song is very good. It's very good. It's easily going to push for the win. We know Poland will get a massive score from the public because they usually do. Last year, not so much. In this picture here, Sarah is wearing a sort of pink dress. Her hair's in a ponytail. She's got dancers around her holding white branches. That's what it looks like. It's an up-tempo ballad with some exceptional choreography that mimics synchronized swimming at certain points. Again, a sort of purple colour scheme. Her dancers really going for it. And then in this image, there's a silver tree with lots of sparkling effects around it. The strength here is her voice. It's really good. But in this video clip, the first time I saw it yesterday, I thought, there's nothing that amazing about this. But I'm sure it will all come together really nicely. It's definitely a great song to show off her vocal power. As is this next song, Ukraine, Olena Usenko with Vashil, which means lever. I think this is going to be excellent. It's growing on me every time I hear it. I love this. The backdrop is totally dark in this video clip, and it's just a series of lights swaying across the stage. Olena is quite far back from the front of the stage, but I think this is going to be absolutely tremendous. I don't think it's winning, but I think it might do very, very well indeed. I mean, there's no reason for the juries to ignore this, and I think the public will really respond in kindness as well. Ukraine rehearsed earlier today, so let me find this. Here we are. Olena is now rehearsing Vashil, and having written and composed the song herself, it's no surprise that the delivery is confident and heartfelt. She looks great. She's wearing sort of orange flared trousers, black boots, and a sort of black half jacket, half cape, ginger hair. Her voice is absolutely fantastic. There are some neat tricks with augmented elements of the stage floor and, of course, lots and lots of strobe lights. This particular image, it looks like a flame and then lots of sparks coming off it. Just looks tremendous. Looks really good. It's so powerful. Yeah. She looks so comfortable. Oh, yeah. That's one to keep an eye on. Mark my words. Next up's Italy. Now, this is the rehearsal that I thought was the best out of everybody so far. This is Elisabetta Lizza with Specchio Mirror on the Wall. This is, you know, straight up rock, to be honest with you. What does it say here about Italy? Elisabetta, she means business. It says here she gives a performance Maneskin would be proud of. And I think she said recently that that band is one of her influences. She's in a white top, black jacket, hair tied back. It's loud, energetic, and once again, every light in La Scène Musicale is getting a workout. Yeah, it looks fantastic, this. She's got dancers. She's not moving about too much, which is a shame. But we've got flashing pink lights. And then it turns green. And this is going to look fabulous as well. And then at one point we have sort of images of multiple dancers on the backdrop. It's just a little bit chaotic, but it all works really well. And she sounds fabulous. Down to the last two, Russia. Tanya Meshenseva is back with Mon Ami. She didn't sing live in the rehearsal because she's going through a bit of an illness, as I said earlier. She's performing all the way over here in a sort of dangling hula hoop. And then she's got dancers. So the camera will be flitting backwards and forwards a little bit, I'd imagine. Yeah. I'm not sure they're the actual outfits for Sunday evening, but on the backdrop, fireworks galore. It does become very colourful. At one point, she's riding a bike, or pretending to. She's in a sort of stripy dress. What does it say about Russia here? Yeah, this is going to push for the win. Make no bones about it. Yes, yes, yes. That aside, the rehearsal was fantastic. It featured cycles and aerial work on a circus hoop. Yeah, this is great. It's a really decent pop effort from Russia, and I wouldn't be surprised if it won. So anyway, the last one is the favourite to win, Armenia. Now, some people online are a bit disappointed by this. So am I. It's very, very good, but it is a little bit disappointing because I was expecting that podium, that square podium from the music video, the purple lights all around it. I was expecting a really, really slick performance, and this is only a short clip. I'm sure the whole thing will look tremendous. Malena sounds great. There is choreography, very similar to the music video. We've got pyro, not sure we need that. There's this sort of rotating moon shape on the backdrop, different colours. I don't like her outfit, but that matters very little. I'm just going to find it here. Here we are. Malena brings the disco to La Scène Musicale as she uses the first rehearsal to perfect a very polished dance routine. There's a lot of colour and movement to look forward to. We know that she can sing really well. We know that the song is a step up from everything else. You know, it feels very grown up. It doesn't really feel like a Junior Eurovision song at all. There's really not too much else to say about it. I mean, it's going to do very, very well. It is the clear favourite to win in the eyes of many a Junior Eurovision fan, including myself. I'm expecting lots of quick camera cuts. You know, the camera panning around Malena at certain points. I'm very interested to see the whole thing. I'm interested to see the second rehearsal. Anyway, my goodness me, what a massive ramble. If you've stuck with me so far, thank you so much. So, my prediction, how I came to this prediction, is I ranked each country out of 100 in various categories, similar to what I did with the adult competition earlier in the year and what I've done for many years in general anyway. I have it here in front of me. So this might change ever so slightly over the next 24 hours or so, but in all honesty, I don't think anybody's really going to move up or down at all. Who knows? We wait and see. So my prediction is as follows. In 19th place, with a score of 40, or rather an average mark of 46.8, Bulgaria. I just don't see Bulgaria finishing anywhere but the bottom three, although this shadow work seems promising. 18th, 47.5, Ireland. I really like the track, but it's clear that this has no momentum behind it whatsoever. I don't think anybody's expecting this to do terribly well. That's a shame, but it is what it is. 17th, with a mark of 49.8, is Serbia. It's sweet, but there's not enough about it. 16th, with a mark of 52.3, helped by a possibly very good jury mark, Portugal. Doesn't deserve to finish last, hopefully it won't, but let's be honest here, it's also not going to finish very high up either. Would be amazing to see, but I doubt it's going to happen. 15th place, with a mark of 57, is Kazakhstan. Now I'm a little bit unsure about this one, because the jurors might adore this, and the public might respond with quite a lot of points as well. But realistically, is this good enough to finish that high up on the scoreboard? I don't think it is. 14th, again, helped by a possibly very good jury mark, 57.5, so just ahead of Kazakhstan, is Malta. Malta not going to be disgraced by the juries, but that public mark might be really low. 13th, 60.5, the Netherlands. Really nice, but it's not top 5 quality, it's not bottom 5 quality. It has mid-table written all over it. 12th, with a mark of 61.7, Germany. Going to be a much better result than their debut entry this time last year. Doesn't deserve to be totally ignored, even though it's on first. I think it's a very nice song indeed. 11th, 63.7, Georgia. This is one I'm unsure about as well, because there seems to be growing love for this track and for him. But there's just better songs. It's as simple as that. And Georgia usually doesn't do terribly well in the public half of the results. So that might be the song's downfall. 10th, 68, for Albania. The rehearsal looks really promising. I'm very excited to see the whole thing. 9th, 72.2, Spain. No top 4 finish this year, in my personal opinion. Yeah, a lot of people online have ranked the Spanish entry sort of about 10th or 11th. You know, I've not seen too many people have this at number 1 at all, and I've not seen anybody rank it last either. It's going to get a very respectable mark in both sets of results, but there's better songs this year. It's as simple as that, and there's performances that will stand out more, even though Spain has a cushy place in the running order. 8th, 73.7, North Macedonia. Can't rank it any higher. I don't think the public score is going to be nearly as high as some people think it will be. North Macedonia is like Malta for me in Junior Eurovision. Promises much, but ends up not getting that many points from the public. Juries, I think, will dish out some love, absolutely. It's a very credible piece of music. It sounds very contemporary. And 8th is not too bad. Maybe a few places higher on the night, but I don't think it's winning. 7th, 74.7, Azerbaijan. Really great, absolutely deserves to finish high up. 6th, with 76, Ukraine, also really great. Ukraine generally do very well at Junior Eurovision, and a great vocalist like that deserves to be up there. 5th, 78.7, Russia. I don't think Russia's winning, but you can expect a very healthy mark in both sets of results. 4th, 80.5 for France. France might do it 2 years in a row, you know. I think people are sleeping on that track a little bit, tic-tac. I was expecting clocks as part of the backdrop. Maybe we do get that. We haven't seen the whole thing, of course. and a sort of Alice in Wonderland type thing going on as well. But it's still a very good rehearsal today. He's a great performer. It's a great song, very appropriate for this type of show, and people will be charmed by it, as I said earlier. Moving into the top three. Third, 85.8, Italy. Italy will not be flopping this year, in my personal opinion. I think it's going to do very, very well. I just don't think it's got enough about it to win. It might come very close, definitely top 5, maybe the winner, but I think the other two countries are going to have to, for some reason, struggle on the night, and I don't think that's going to happen. So, that leaves two countries left. Number 2, 86.8, Poland. Poland might absolutely smash the opposition in the public half of the results. It's very possible. They might win the public half of the results by a mile. Remember, you can vote for yourselves. Incredibly unfair. But the song is very good. It's very good. And the juries won't ignore this either. Remember that Roxana a few years ago for Poland, she was about 7th with the juries, won the public vote, won overall. So, yeah, it could happen again. We wait and see. But of course, that means Armenia is my predicted winner. 89.5. I think this is going to look so good. People love this song, and they're surely going to vote for it. You can vote for 3 countries on the app, online, whatever it is. I'll be voting for this. It's Armenia's best song in either the grown-up competition or the junior edition of the show for years. It's as simple as that. Milena is a star in the making. We might well see her at the grown-up contest within a few years. This is just a step up from everything else. And if it all comes together, the staging, the vocals, the camera angles, all of it, it is the one to beat. What makes me think it won't win is because, as I mentioned a few moments ago, Poland might absolutely smash everybody else in the public half of the results. Let me know what you think. There will be a blog post, all being well, before the show on Sunday. And there will hopefully be a video on Sunday reacting to the results. And there will hopefully be a blog post next week going through the results and a review, if you will. And there'll be more videos about Junior Eurovision and the grown-up contest. The Czech Republic's national final is tomorrow. There'll be a blog post about that, all being well. Links in the description. Leave comments, leave likes, whatever it is. Greatly appreciated. If you've stuck with me for 42.5 minutes, I really do appreciate it. Let me know what you think. And until next time, roll on Junior Eurovision, roll on the ESC. Let's hope the pandemic clears off, although it's not looking great here in Britain, I'll tell you that. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye for now.